to the audiobook of New Social Studies, Grade 10. Unit 7, Lesson 13, page number 302. Exploration, identification, preservation and promotion of historical sites and monuments. Social studies subject is an integrated study of humanities, social sciences, and history. This is an academic discipline in which we learn many things by performing practical activities like exploration and interaction in the society, and also develop a habit of integration in the society. Considering this fact in mind, the students of Sri Siddhartha Secondary School, Tanahu, visited Lumbini as an educational tour. After the end of educational tour, the students of grade 10 prepared a report including the information obtained from the visit on the following titles. A. Title and introduction. B. Objectives. C. Methods of the study. D. Findings. E. Suggestions and conclusion. Lumbini, a historical and sacred site of Nepal. So this is the title and introduction. Now the introduction. Lumbini is an important Buddhist pilgrimage site located in the Rupandehi district of Nepal, where Siddhartha Gautam was born in 563 BC, who achieved enlightenment, became Gautam Buddha, and founded Buddhism. He is known as Light of Asia and respected as the Angel of Peace all over the world. It is one of the heritage sites enlisted in the World Heritage Sites in 1997 AD. Within this holy site, there are a number of important things like Mayadevi Temple, monuments, monasteries, Ashoka Pillar, museum, Lumbini International Research Institute, etc. We, the students of grade 10 and the subject teacher of social studies, decided to visit Lumbini so that one of the objectives of our curriculum in the context of identification and preservation of Nepal's historical and religious heritages can be achieved. Accordingly, an educational tour was planned and taken to Lumbini. Objectives. We organized our educational tour to Lumbini with some limited objectives as per the need of the course, available resources, and time. They were: A. To find out the historical importance of Lumbini. B. To identify the various buildings and monuments located in Lumbini site and explain their physical condition. And C. To suggest the measures for the preservation and promotion of Lumbini site. Methods of study. We completed our study using both the primary and secondary source of information about the exploration, identification, preservation and promotion of Lumbini, a historical and sacred site of Nepal, to meet the objective of the study. A. Primary source. Under the primary source of information, we prepared questionnaire and interviewed the historians, scholars, and intellectuals, visited the site and observed various archaeologically and historically important objects, and studied various resource materials. B. Secondary source. Under the secondary source of information, we studied the book, articles published in the newspaper, magazines, etc. on the history of Lumbini. We collected the necessary information by searching in the internet as well. Findings. A. Lumbini is located at the foothill of the Himalayas of Nepal. It lies under the province number 5 of Nepal, where Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, was born in 563 BC as a prince of King Suddhodan and Queen Mayadevi. B. According to Buddhist tradition, Queen Mayadevi gave birth to Gautam Buddha on her way to her parents' home in Devdaha. C. In 249 BC, Emperor Ashoka visited Lumbini on the 20th years of his coronation and constructed a stone pillar and inscribed in Brahmi script on it as Idaha Buddha Jayet. Buddha was born at this place. That means Buddha was born at this place. This pillar is known as Ashoka pillar. At present, the Ashoka pillar is protected by a small fence which is decorated with prayer flags and banners from the faithful. D. Lumbini is popular for world peace and as an international pilgrimage site since it is one of the 4 Buddhist pilgrimage sites based on major events in the life of Buddha. Lumbini, birth, Bodh Gaya, enlightenment, Sarnath, first discourse, and Kushinagar, death. E. Many monasteries and temples were built at Lumbini but declined for 1,000 years. The site was rediscovered in 1896 AD when a German archaeologist came upon Ashoka's pillar and identified it by its inscription. Records made by the Chinese pilgrim Fa Jian, Faxian, were also used in the process of identifying this site. Lumbini has been enlisted as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997 AD. F. U Thant, U and then Thant. U Thant, the then Secretary General of UN, visited Lumbini in 1967 AD during his visit to Nepal and expressed a commitment on behalf of the UNO to help in the development of Lumbini area. After that, Lumbini got much popularity in the world. G. In 1970 AD, 13 nations including Nepal have formed a Lumbini Development Committee and it started the Lumbini Development Master Plan. Under this plan, various countries of the world have constructed monasteries, stupas, etc. in Lumbini. The countries like China, Myanmar, Japan, Vietnam, South Korea, India, Thailand, France, Germany, etc. have constructed many monasteries and stupas. Libraries, museums, research centers, etc. are also located here. An international airport is also going to be constructed nearby. H. There is also the Pushkarini pond where it is said that Mayadevi took bath before giving birth to Buddha and where the newborn Buddha was cleaned. I. The most important temple at Lumbini is the Mayadevi temple, which enshrines Enshrines, the traditional site of the Buddha's birth. The current temple stands on the site of earlier temples and stupas, including the stupa built by Ashoka. J. Lumbini year 2011 was observed to highlight the importance of Lumbini and increase the number of visitors. Every year, the full moon day of Baisakh is observed as Buddha Jayanti with special programs. Suggestions. Lumbini is not only the symbol of our national identity but also a sacred pilgrimage site and tourist destination. It is the duty of every one of us to preserve and promote the heritages located in this site. The following measures are suggested for the preservation and promotion of Lumbini. A. Publicity has to be made in the national and international level stating that Lumbini is the birthplace of Lord Buddha. B. The old and ruined structures should be reconstructed maintaining their original form. C. Stakeholders should try their best to organize International Buddhist Conference at this place. D. The flow of the movement of the visitors should be managed. E. Proper attention has to be given for the protection of the environment, security management, and protection of valuable items along with the idol of Buddha. F. Increase public participation for the preservation and promotion of the heritages and awareness as it is the pride of Nepal, Nepalese, and the entire world. Conclusion. Lumbini is an important site from touristic and economic point of view. The monuments found here like pond, stupa, monastery, temple, pillar, etc. are the sources of history, center of belief, sacred pilgrimage, and symbol of national identity. This is the most important site to introduce Nepal in the world. It is our duty to preserve and bestow to the future generation as it is. Every Nepali citizen and the national level religious organization have to work jointly to preserve the importance of this site. Activity, page number 305. Number 1. You might have gone for an educational tour. What plans did you make for that? Prepare a sample plan of an educational tour including the following subjects. A. Need of the tour. B. Preparation for the tour. C. Work division. D. Plan for the reviewing the achievement. Number 2. Why is it necessary to explore the historical sites and monuments located in our locality, district, or local level? Give reasons. What roles do you play for the preservation of those sites? Exercise. Very short answer questions. Number 1. What do you mean by historical sites? Number 2. How do you involve yourself in the preservation of the historical sites? Write in a sentence. Short answer question. Number 1. Why should the historical and archaeological places be preserved? Write your opinion in 4 points. 2. Discuss about the touristic and economic importance of the historical sites. Long answer questions. Number 1. You might have visited any historical place for the educational tour. Prepare a report of the visit on the basis of the following subtitles. A. Introduction. B. Objectives. C. Methods of the study. D. Findings. E. Conclusion and recommendation. Community work. What are the historical sites located in your locality? Explore and prepare a report on the basis of the following subtitles. A. Title and introduction. B. Objectives. C. Methods of the study. D. Findings. E. Suggestions and conclusion. This is the end of Unit 7, Lesson 13. And this is also the end of whole Unit 7. This podcast is dedicated to visually impaired students. So if you know anybody who needs this book to listen and learn, please share the link and also please subscribe the channel. Thank you and all the best.